21, I'm going to call the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for whatever date today is, the 30th of June, 2020 to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
James Howard.
Here.
Joe Mullinex.
Here.
Dave Moon.
Here.
Brent Wedding.
Here.
Mike Wilson.
Present.
Reading and approving of the previous month's minutes.
Make a motion, we dispense with the reading.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, there is no old business. New business. We have a variance for the property at 321 North Fremont to put a 14 by 70 trailer on, which does not meet the ordinance of width requirements. So,
I'm just here to put my trailer house on the corner of Fremont.
go ahead and state your name first, please, sir.
Michael Selleck, S-E-L-L-E-C-K.
Okay. Enlighten.
Okay, 14 by 70, 1998, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, almost 1,000 square foot. Vinyl siding, fully wrapped. It's got a pitched roof with shingles on it, so it meets all the city requirements for the mobile home, if you will. Some things I'm trying to do for appearance, because it's a good location in my opinion, is on the door side of the trailer house, if you will, is to remove the vinyl siding, put shake siding up to kind of bring it to a modern standard, if you will, make it more attractive. Remove the 3-tap shingle they have on top of the house here, and then put multiple dimensional shingles on it. And instead of doing the old-fashioned cinder block look, if you will, I'd like to put something a little more creative, like concrete board wrapped around. You can do it in stone and everything else, and it would obviously be permanently on a permanent foundation, which is required to the city. I've worked with Ron pretty thorough through this and made sure that I was crossing my T's and dotting my I's, and so, yeah, I'd like for you guys to allow that to happen.
Okay, just one thing real quick.
Sure.
You do realize that if we grant you this variance and you decide to sell the property, the variance only goes with you. The new owners would have to come back and get a variance, which couldn't be guaranteed.
Sure.
So, I mean, that was something you would have to disclose to the
Sure.
people that you were selling it to.
This is a long-term retirement plan. This will be, this is not something I plan on getting rid of for at
I would
least.
feel remiss if I didn't.
Sure.
let
Average
you know.
lifespan, 86 years old. I'm 40. I think I'll have it for a while.
Plan on dying young?
So you're doing this for your, like, personal?
No, it's not for my personal. I buy houses, I flip them, and I also rent houses. And so I guess it's a good time to bring it up. Getting into this business, and this is fairly recent, Peru has a fairly big problem. Their rent keeps going up, but the pay's not. And so getting into this, I find multiple story houses with 4, sometimes 5 families living in them due to slumlords in the town. And what happens is you get one family or a single mother family with 2 teenage boys, and they're putting in a house with maybe a husband and wife with 2 10-year-old, 12-year-old daughters, if you will. And you have domestic issues and you're having everything. So when you make 7-something in McClure's and 10-something at, say, Snavely's, you can't afford the rent in this town. It's kind of like the town's forgotten who the people are. So my idea is to come in and help people out. And I can afford it. I can come in, put money into a place like this, make it very nice, and give a family a chance to have a good home.
Do you own any other properties in town?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah,
Do you live here in town?
I do. I actually rent myself.
You related to Justin and them by chance?
Say that again?
You related to Justin and them by
I
chance?
don't know Justin.
I was curious, same last name.
Yeah, the name's kind of tricky. Don't hold me to it.
When did you purchase the property?
I just got it. So if you guys are familiar with a guy, he's quite the slumlord in this town, and I've kind of taken over some of this stuff to get rid of it. His name is Vinod Gupta. If you're familiar, he's quite the slumlord. He's an Indian out of Florida, very rich.
Yeah.
And I bought the property off him because he was going to hand the property over to the neighbor later for free, but not tell her about the taxes.
Well, I've heard a lot about him. I've had friends that went to do rental loans with him, and then last minute he'll take the house out from under him.
So good news for you, good news for Peru, is I have taken on 90% of his Peru properties, which I'm just starting. I'm 5 in now, and I am the property service provider, and they don't deal with Vinod. They deal directly with me. And when I do his houses, not that this has anything to do with my variance issue, but to kind of give you an idea of who I am and what I'm trying to do here, is the town tried to run him out, and you can't run out somebody that has the money he does. So instead of joining the animal pack, I'm kind of saying, hey, I'll provide services for you, but I have standards. And he has signed a contract. I'm his provider here. If my daughter, my granddaughter can't walk on her hands and knees through the house and use the restroom and take a shower and not have leaks and proper electrical, then I don't okay to do it. I've done 5 properties as of today. Today was the last one. And every one of them are fantastic. They get a decent percent rate, which I've made him drop it from 15 to 13%, which is Slumlord stuff. All of them get new doors, new roofs, all brand new flooring locally through Daywalt's flooring. And so my thing is to fix the problem. Everybody wants to muscle everybody around this place, and instead you can work with it. And I've done really well with it. So,
Just for reference, what are
Sure.
some of the properties that you've done?
say that again.
What are some of the properties that you've worked on?
Right now, don't hold me to numbers, I can give you streets. I've worked closely with Ron, Jerry before, with Brenda, Rebecca here. I've done there's a house on 7th Street that I'm just selling now. I've got a house on 3rd Street that I'm waiting for a title to be quieted to do a complete flip. I did a house on 5th Street I just sold through Ingram Marburger to the waitress there in Gabe's. Let's see what else I've got. I just finished one at Eagles Point, not my cup of tea, but it is a fantastic place now. You should see it. Brand new flooring, brand new paint, brand new roof, all new electrical, new water heater. There is no corners cut on it. I have yet, I know he's got a really bad name, but I have yet to send something up and him not approve it. So we're
Just to be clear, you are the owner of this.
This one has nothing to do with him except for that I got it from.
Right, right.
Gotcha. No, that's,
The reason I was asking is because
Sure.
I did look and see who owned it, and I
Sure.
wanted to make sure that,
Yeah,
that it was going to be maintained and who was going to be responsible for it.
sure, it's all mine, 100% mine. Whenever I paid for it from him, I then paid all the taxes and took care of all that stuff up front.
So, speaking from code enforcement, we've not had any issues with Vinod's property since Michael took them over.
Awesome.
cool.
You can't
That helps
beat-
a lot, because when you start seeing who owns it, and,
You can't beat him by pushing him out. You can't
Right.
do it. So what you have to do is provide a service that he's not used to, and he's willing to pay it. I just turned in, not that it's anybody's business, but to give you an idea, there's a house on 3rd Street now, different than the one I just mentioned, because that one's mine as well, through S&S Homes. He's got a house he didn't even know he had, and I took care of all the paperwork. We did it the right way. We didn't take any shortcuts. We got deeds signed. We had it recorded. We did it all the right way, and I just asked for $13,000 to fix it, which will make it a magnificent $70,000 home that was going to sit there and rot. So just food for thought, all the houses getting torn down. We have an amazing house that will be $70,000 literally in 2 weeks.
well, you've answered a lot of my concerns, so that's
Good.
what I wanted to know.
Sure.
How's our setbacks work?
Just like,
Okay,
yeah, there's plenty of room on this
okay,
property.
so it just fits.
It's a great location for it, truly.
I think I know what.
I got
Yeah, I
land-
drove by and looked at
Yeah,
it, so.
I'm gonna do landscaping on it, mailbox setup, everything. I have
Okay.
really good plans for it. I feel the cheaper I can get this, the more I can put in it. I
do you-
have a cost.
This has nothing to do with this,
Sure.
just my own personal curiosity. Do you plan on continuing doing this with other houses or just with his houses only? This has nothing to do with this is just
You mean people
curiosity.
that
of my
wanna
own.
flip houses?
Yeah.
or
Do you-
sell houses?
I mean, do you plan on continuing this, like getting houses more, like, are you going with his houses only, buying off of him?
Oh, no, if somebody else comes, there's a fella that bought up half of Peru, the guy that owns all the mansions.
Yeah.
If, say, he were to approach me, I would love to do it. The idea is, I was raised in this town, and the idea is to fix the town, not tear down the town. And not only fix the town, but actually provide it at a price that the normal Peruvian can afford, which is very minimal, it's less than $40,000 a year. So I can do that, and the reason I can do that is because I know what the heck I'm doing when it comes to fixing it. And like I said, they get new roofs, they get all new flooring, all updated plumbing, all updated electrical. If you can find another landlord in this town that can say that, they're liars.
Okay. Any other questions?
I had one. Is there a site plan? Can I see how the trailer would be located on the
I
property?
don't know if I have a picture of the property. I have it on my phone for sure.
You have the property.
There's really only one
That's
way
the
it can
property
go on
with
there.
the old house on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's that at? and I can,
That's
Right
your
there.
property.
okay, so it's actually great.
That is the house that's been removed?
The house has been removed.
Yeah.
It hasn't been buried. Okay? The home will set in the same exact manner the other one did. And it's actually got room down here to where if I wanted to put a garage, which is actually, depending on the first renter, I may actually put a garage on there.
Yeah, I believe the lot is 110 feet.
Yeah, something like that.
It's a very
I
long
went and
lot.
remeasured
Yeah.
for the setbacks today, and he's good.
Yeah, no, he's more good, but I mean, yeah, he's,
It's a nice big lot.
yeah, I looked at the size, I just didn't remember it off the top of my head, but yeah, I think it was like 110 feet long.
I've spoke to the neighbor. She's an older lady next to it,
Yeah.
going east.
Yeah,
She's fantastic.
Nice lady.
She was very nice. That's the one that Vanat was trying to give to for free,
right.
but she had no clue about taxes, and I told her that I didn't want her to accept it, and she chose not to. So, there was $2,000 in taxes, I believe, on that property.
Yeah. Yeah, she's on a fixed income and all that.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. She was just, it's like having your aunt there, you know? She's a very nice lady.
Okay, any other questions?
I came prepared to send the questions.
Do you have a screening process that you do for your tenants to make sure that,
Nope, it's all personal.
Okay.
I've never had one kicked out, never had one late payment. And that's even with the Gupta properties,
awesome,
which if you know, he tries to circumvent to where he gets all the control. He has zero control over his properties when it comes through me per the contract. So he can't do what he does, and he's actually done really well. I spoke to him yesterday, and he just issued me another check. So he's working well. I'm guessing people he's worked with before, he deals strictly with the workers, and the people that work on the side that don't have proper oversight, they take advantage, or they don't do the work they're supposed to, and you have problems with the city. My idea is if I work well and I'm honest with him, and I work well and honest with the city, we can make some pretty cool stuff happen.
right? Cool. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay?
Anybody else have something on this property?
No neighbors?
What's that?
No neighbors, anybody? What's this?
No?
Okay, so, can we have a vote?
A motion that we vote on the issue before us?
Okay,
Make a motion?
roll call.
James Howard,
Yes.
Joe Mullenix,
Yes.
Dave Moon,
Yes.
Brent Wedding,
Yes.
Mike Wilson.
Yes.
You're doing amazing things, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the next piece of business here is for the 603 Monroe Avenue. Good evening, how are you tonight?
Great. We will not be able to compare to that at all. No. Just saying, we should have.
You don't have to.
Okay.
You guys are
Hard
coming
act to
about family
follow.
stuff. You got a better
Yes, very hard to
chance.
follow.
State your names, please.
Lita Hirschberger,
Kyle Hopper.
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you all.
Yeah, I don't know how this works, but
Let's put the property up on the screen, please. All right, so the property is there in the red?
Yes.
All right, tell us what you'd like to do.
we're just trying to move our trailer that I own that's at Woodland Hills now, just move it to this property. So we can move there.
It is also 70 by 14 by 70,
16 by 80, I believe.
16 by 80.
I think that's what we measured out.
Yeah, I think it's 16 wide.
Yeah.
Is that beautiful?
All right, Rebecca, did you check the setbacks on this one?
Yes, she's good.
16 by 80 still works?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 16, obviously. Which way did you plan on orienting the trailer, east, west, or north and south?
The door will be facing Monroe.
Okay,
Should be
so
less.
70 foot is going to go across the property?
Yes.
As you're looking at it there?
Yep.
Okay,
Basically, it was 3 lots at one time.
Mhm.
Right.
The person we bought it off of, she was gonna fix it up with her husband, put trailers on there in the 3 lots. He passed away. She's on it for a couple years. We've been searching for a couple years for property because we've owned our trailer out at Woodland Hills for about 5 years now. Since new management has taken over, we're the very front trailer, and they're bringing in all sorts of brand new ones, you know, and they want a brand new, right in front, showcased with a brand new, you know, deck on there, and we just don't have that, you know, we just have a basic, simple trailer there, so they want to showcase, and needless to say, they don't want us there. So, and we don't want to be there either. We have 5 children. We want them to grow up in a neighborhood to where they can run around, ride bikes, play outside, trailer courts, you know what I mean? Not to knock Woodland Hills at all, but we don't. want our
Yeah,
children
we'd just
to go there.
rather be on a property than in a trailer.
Yeah, and that's basically our main goal, you know, we're in our 30s, we're still building and progressing as we go. He's got a great job, he works at QC Communications, basically, we're just looking to build a home.
That's good. I got a question for you afterwards.
Get off.
As you see, it's.
It's a curiosity
front,
question.
so
I plan on
when
talking
you
to this guy.
Pass by it.
What year is this trailer? What?
2001.
2001?
You guys already got everything, like, do you have everything planned to move it if we were to say yes?
Yep, we've talked to Russ Gamester, we've talked to Peru Utilities, we've got to get a water tap and all that, so we're not put in there. This is just our first hurdle, getting,
Right.
past
Right.
this, and then we can kind of go from there, because we didn't want to make any more moves or put any more money out until we knew for sure that it was going to pass.
This is a curiosity question. There's some trees on that property. Is this going to fit around the trees, or do you have to take the trees down?
Well,
I'm hoping that it'll fit around the trees,
we're
but,
talking with Russ and seeing how he's going to be able to maneuver it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
because we're in the process of
Like I
putting the
said,
driveway
curiosity
down.
question. so-
Yeah.
We're putting the driveway, it won't fit down the alley to get there, but through the front, I'm putting the driveway on the side, so I think that he will be able to wrap it
Okay.
and pull in there without
Cool.
cutting trees.
And if all else fails, we have to knock down a tree, we're okay with it. But that's why we like the land, it's got character. You know,
Right.
it's not just flat land,
Right.
it's not just nothing, it's
And
got
once
some
again,
character.
just so you know, this variance only goes with you guys. So if you sell the property and they aren't able to gain another variance, so you'd have to let them know that is a possibility.
Yes, and
I mean, we
that's,
can't
We don't
say that
have
all
any
these really cool
intentions
people
on
that
selling.
are here right now would be here in the future.
and that's something else that, I think, who was it, Brendan mentioned it to me, that if for some reason we do ever go to move off of this land, the trailer and the property will be separate. Basically, you have
Yes.
to have both titles in hand in order to sell it from there too, so.
Right.
We are aware of, kind of like he was saying, we're just crossing eyes and, you know.
I just
or
don't want you guys to have
crossing
any
T's,
surprises
Right.
somewhere down the line and go, well, we didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, kind of like he said, we're gonna upgrade what this is, because it's got a shingle roof right now, and I want to build a deck off the front and the back, and then do a metal roof that connects all throughout that,
Porch
so.
and everything.
I mean, it's not in bad shape at all, but I'm gonna upgrade what it is, so.
I don't know.
There'll still be improvements.
I don't know if this helps with anything. I've known Kyle for a lot of years, and I've coached his kid in baseball and everything. They're good people. Their kids do deserve a good place to have a neighborhood in.
Okay, request tonight. I mean, no.
Here's your
Yeah.
$100.
We just had games tonight, so who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
I already know he's gonna do good by this.
Anybody else have any comments? Okay, motion voted.
I make a motion, we bring it to vote?
Second. Roll call?
James Howard,
Yes.
Joe Mullenix,
Yes.
Dave Moon,
Yes.
Brent Wedding,
Yes.
Mike Wilson.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys so much.
you.
You just made our evening, for actually the rest of our year.
Well, that was easy.
Now the work starts.
Yes, exactly. This is where it gets ugly.
The boy's gonna be in my Babe Ruth team coming down, right?
He's ready.
Yeah.
He's ready.
I'm taking him.
Thank you.
Thank you all
Yeah,
so
that's
much.
good.
Thank you. We have nothing else on the agenda. I have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
A second.
All in favor?
All right.
There you have it.